guard for most of the year. In the last 3 games, you guys have allowed 90 points in 2 of them. What has changed kind of to let teams kind of keep rolling?
I think, when you look at it, and give credit, I think one of them is who we played. I thought, Louisville can really score the basketball. I think, one of the things that in those common themes in those games is we've given up threes and transition baskets, and that's what we have been really good at early. If you take away those, teams don't really score a lot on our, base half-court defense. I think our transition and our, giving up threes is the reason why they're scoring the 90 points.
You played here quite a few times. Was the atmosphere, given the snow game, given them just opening it up the entire place, any different than a normal game here?
Not really. No, I just think they played well. Atmospheres is only as good as the team plays, and I think when they played well, obviously it was, obviously everybody got involved. But honestly, it's hard for me to say the atmosphere is better when the top bowl, because of weather wasn't the field. But I think the energy in the building was good because of the way they played in the first half.
Trez said this might be, the worst that some, the guys have felt after a loss this season. As the leader of this program, how are you gonna get them back on track? I'm
glad they feel that way, because I do. That's, this is, in our program, we have shared responsibility. It's not, you're never going to see me walk into a press conference and blame it on the players. If anything, I'll take the blame myself. But I'm glad that they feel that way, because obviously then that means we got to go back to work and figure it out. Obviously, when you look at it, we got 5 regular season games and you have to take one at a time, and obviously Saturday. But I don't want guys to, after a game, feel great, even if it's a 2-point game. It's a some things that we can do better, the things we're going to get better, and we'll get better. We'll work on it.
What do you think has been the biggest disconnect for you guys this year, and does that come from NIL funding?
It's 1,000 things. Maybe not 1,000, but if you look at it, this team doesn't have any superstars. We got really good players, and I love my players. But in fairness, there is no, Jaquel Joyner, Taquavion Smith, and DJ Horn and DJ Burns. What I mean by that is guys that can go out and average 17, 18 points a game. We have a bunch of really good players, which I knew from the start, and I love them. I think they're all really good people, and they're fighting their butts off. The disconnect is when we don't play together with this particular group, because we don't have that 1 or 2 guys that can take a game over. And so when we're not on the same page and we don't play good basketball together, then we really struggle. Hence when we start playing together, we're a really good basketball team. Does NIL have something to do with it? Absolutely. That's all you gotta do is take a look at the top 5 teams in the league and somehow find their numbers, and it'll tell you a story. But I'm not going to make excuses about that, because obviously our program is we fight hard, we compete. But the biggest difference is this group, this version of NC State, we have to play together to be really good. Yeah.
I don't know where you were before the season, but now that you're playing through it, do you favor putting all 18 teams in the ACC tournament, or do you like that there's a fight to even get in the ACC?
It's not my call. I don't know. I don't know what's behind how many goals and that other stuff. I don't know. I guess the easy answer is I could say yes, and here's why I could say yes, because I also believe that there should be more than 68 teams in the NCAA tournament, and so the answer is yes, but that's not my call.
Has it put pressure on this team at some point to try to get into that ACC?
No, because I've always felt that with my guys, it's a moment thing. You can't move on unless you win the game that's in front of you. And you got to just continue to prepare for the next team, and whatever happens, happens. You look at our situation. We didn't, the 10 seed. Nobody expected that either. And so just keep playing and see what the numbers look like at that time. But I don't think when you're losing, it's hard to put added pressure on a team that's losing. It's not like it's going to motivate them and all that. We got to stay in the moment, locked in, and understand we got the next opportunity in front of us.
Do you worry that you've lost the momentum from last year's tournament run at all?
momentum in which way? When you say that, which part? Because it's a several different ways. Am I concerned that we were on the top of the mountain and, you know?
Just as a
where we
program
at?
in general.
I don't think so as a program because we play hard, but we also, you know, you think about this, part of it is, the landscape has changed around us. And what I mean by that, if you went to the Final Four, you won the ACC, you could get any player, not any player, but most of the players you wanted because of that. But when you add the NIL part to it, none of that matters, because you can flip a team just like that part of it. And so the disappointment is, hey, if we didn't have NIL like it is now, hell, we might have different set of group of guys because of the fact that they're coming just because they want an education, they want a chance to play at NC State, they want to, you know, play in our style. But now it's not about that. It's what can you provide, you know, financially. And I get it. Trust me, this is not a rant to say I'm against NIL, because I am, but that has to match your winning in order for you to get there.
Thanks, Coach.